Bullish AMP cost expectations range somewhere in the range of 1 cent and 2 cents by 2030. Market experts accept AMP could reach $0 2025. Bearish AMP market cost expectation for 2023 is $0. AMP acquaintance clients have become acclimated with paying quickly and the independence from worry over security while making buys. This is somewhat more trying for blockchains. Notwithstanding, AMP is utilizing collateralization through its AMP token to ensure that network clients will not need to pick either speed and security. Despite the fact that the security token was just presented toward the finish of 2020, it has gained incredible headway. The organization is now being utilized by more than 40,000 areas, and its cryptographic money is beginning to build up some forward movement. Might we at any point conjecture the cost of AMPs, and is the token a method for installment later on? What is AMP? In the space of cryptography, there is banter about whether to put security or speed first. To guarantee the well-being of each and every exchange, security is required. However, speed is fundamental for the far-reaching reception of a blockchain. Collateralization is AMP's solution to this issue. Clients can wager digital money with every exchange to guarantee that it will finish. The maker of Flexa organization, Tyler Spalding, additionally established AMP. It is built on the Flexa organization and records two main roles. While people can involve AMP for secure and quick exchanges from their own resources, consolidating Flexa with AMP is workable for vendors to ensure that installments are paid continuously. AMP Specialized Examination Specialized Investigation shows that since its send-off, the AMP cost has moved generally high and low. The coin's process started at $0, and as indicated by verifiable records, it kept up with this cost for a long time. Afterward, it showed an unexpected increment and crossed 3 cents. It then, at that point, continued with moderate exchanging after that. AMP arrived at a record high of 12 cents. Nonetheless, following that, the coin had a lofty downfall and retested around 3 cents. AMP Crucial Examination AMP's white paper contends that it fills in as a vehicle for gathering esteem while matching the motivations, everything being equal in disseminated tokenized monetary organizations. This is finished by joining a non-inflationary motivator dispersion with positive input circles of rising spending capacity. Fundamental financial models are created to show that AMP proceeds as low instability security, with its worth becoming simply because of the utility it offers. By empowering decentralized proprietorship and cooperation in monetary organizations, applications based on AMP can become significant degrees more expense productive than existing frameworks and assist with disposing of the mind-boggling extra weight loss of conventional social and monetary designs for monetary exchanges. The archive proceeds. AMP current value for AMP. There are clashing expectations from investigators, with some expecting accomplishment while others predicting approaching destruction. In one view, AMP is portrayed as a poor venture by wallet investor who accepts it will drop most of its worth after some time. AMP is as of now worth $0. AMP has moved 8.27% as of now with an exchanging volume of $8,997,281. AMP is as of now positioned 191 among all digital forms of money with a market capitalization of $110,451,164 USD. Our cost expectation figures utilize constant AMP market information, and all information is refreshed live on our site. This permits us to give dynamic cost forecasts in light of current market movement. AMP Value Expectation 2023 AMP, from certain perspectives, is one of the most astonishing cryptographic forms of money to rise this year. The AMP cost figure for 2023 expects a critical expansion in the year's final part, potentially coming to $0. Similarly, as with other cryptographic forms of money, the ascent will be continuous, yet no significant drops are normal. Averaging $0 cost is very aggressive. However, it is achievable sooner rather than later given expected joint efforts and progressions. AMP is supposed to have a base worth of $0. AMP Value Expectation 2024 of every 2024. AMP cost forecast has a lot of space for extension. Because of the likely declarations of various new organizations and drives, we guess that the cost of AMP will before long outperform $0. Be that as it may, we ought to stand by to check whether the AMP's overall strength file emerges from the oversold zone prior to putting down any bullish wagers. Taking into account the market instability, AMP will exchange with a base exchanging cost of $0, a typical exchanging cost of $0. AMP Value Expectation 2025 assuming the vertical pattern go on until 2025, it could reach $0. AMP might benefit in the event that the market encounters a downfall. The objective may not be met. AMP is supposed to exchange at a typical cost of $0, a low of $0 2025. AMP Value Expectation 2026 on the off chance that AMP effectively helps market opinion among cryptographic money fans, the AMP coin cost could stay stable for the following 5 years. As per our projections, AMP will be green in 2026. The AMP is supposed to reach and outperform its record-breaking high in 2026. In 2026, the virtual cash will be valued at 1 cent, with a base cost of 1 cent and a typical cost of 1 cent. AMP value expectation 2027. After some broad gauging and specialized examination, we gauge the AMP cost is supposed to cross a normal value level of 1 cent by 2027, with a base cost of 1 cent anticipated before the year's end. Moreover, AMP has a most extreme value worth of 1 cent. AMP value expectation 2028. Because representing things to come, organizations that are supposed to occur by 2028, we are expecting that a bullish pattern will keep carrying the typical cost to around 1 cent. In the event that AMP figures out how to break the safe level in 2028, we could see a greatest cost of 1 cent. Neglecting to assemble the help AMP needs by 2028 could bring about a low of 1 cent. AMP value forecast 2029. While AMP is endeavoring towards interoperability between organizations to rush association, the bullish pattern from the earlier year is supposed to proceed. So the base exchange cost has been set at 1 cent and a yearly cost close above 1 cent in 2029. AMP value forecast 2030. By 2030, AMP will at last outperform its past ATH values and record new cost levels. The base cost could be 2 cents and possibly arrive at a greatest value worth of 2 cents, averaging out at 2 cents. AMP value expectation 2031. The digital currency market is known to be profoundly unstable, which is one of the many justifications for why cost determining is a troublesome errand. Makes an honest effort to conjecture future costs with accuracy. But all expectations ought not be taken as monetary guidance, and you should DYOR. In 2031, we are anticipating that digital currency should have acquired reception across numerous areas. Thusly, the most extreme AMP cost in 2031 is projected to be 2 cents in case of a bull run, with a typical value level of 2 cents. And AMP has a ton of potential in the crypto field thanks to confirmations with respect to security and speed. Yet, for the AMP digital money to find success, experts accept that it will expect it to continue growing its biological system and exhibiting its helpful application. What is the AMP cost today? Today, AMP is exchanging at $0, a complete market capitalization of $110,451,164. Is AMP a wise venture? AMP ended up being one of the most discussed coins in the crypto space this previous year. In light of this, it is savvy to say that AMP is a decent decision of venture. How high could AMP at any point go? The typical cost of AMP might potentially reach $0 a year. Throughout the following 5 years, it is projected that AMP might outperform 1 cent. What amount will AMP be worth in 5 years? In light of the rising prevalence of digital currency and AMP, a drawn-out interest in AMP could see the value ascend to 1 cent inside the following 5 years. What amount will AMP be worth in 10 years? On the off chance that you put resources into AMP today, similarly as with any speculation, a drawn-out increment is normal. The cost of AMP might actually ascend to 3 cents inside the following 10 years. What will the AMP cost be in 2024? AMP cost is supposed to reach $0 2024. What will the AMP cost be in 2025? AMP cost is supposed to reach $0 2025. What will the AMP cost